Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is the brand new OnePlus Nord CE Lite 5G, costing only 20,000 Indian rupees, which equates to about 200 pounds. For that amazing cost, let's see how this phone holds up. Unboxing first. Inside the box, there is another small box, but let's come back to that in a minute. We have the phone here in Chromium Grey shade. You then have this super cool 80-watt SuperWalk charger, and then this signature OnePlus bright red USB charging cable. Inside this small box, you get paperwork, some stickers, SIM ejector pin, and a basic case. Let's look at the design of the phone first. I've got it in this more subtle grey shade called Chromium Grey, but you can also opt for the pastel lime shade if you're feeling adventurous. The phone is made of full plastic at the back, but it doesn't feel cheap. It feels very premium, and the boxy square shape makes you grip the phone better in your hands. The band is plastic as well, and it's got this textured feel to it. The weight of the phone is 195 grams, and it feels evenly distributed. You have the volume rocker and the SIM tray to one side. The SIM tray accepts dual SIM cards, and it can also take micro SD cards up to 1 terabyte. But if you add a memory card, then you'll have to give up on that dual SIM. And then the power button is to the other side, which also embeds a fingerprint scanner. The phone has a USB-C port at the bottom with speaker grills to one side and the 3.5mm headphone jack to the other side. The camera lens at the back are quite pronounced, and the design looks pretty cool. But yes, it gives this full mirror effect and is a fingerprint magnet. However, using a case will solve this. Next, let's move on to the display. This is a hole punch display with front selfie camera occupying that cutout. The display is a massive 6.72 inches. It is an LCD panel with 2400 by 1080 pixels, packing in 391 ppi, so it makes it very clear HD plus resolution. Yes, the display is not OLED, but looking at it and testing out the colors, this is one gorgeous display. Colors are extremely vibrant, and the viewing angles are amazing as well. It supports the full P3 color gamut, and watching media on this phone is really a delight. Paired with the display are stereo speakers, and here's the sound quality. One side is a small pad that slides out, and that is your mouse pad. It works on all laptops up to 16-inch sizes. So let me put a much heavier 15.6 laptop on it, and it has no issues handling the weight. It is pretty good, and you get that volume boost option as well. For consuming media, this phone is pretty awesome. The coolness about the display doesn't end there, as this display supports 120Hz adaptive refresh rate, making everything buttery smooth. It's hard to believe that a phone which costs sub 20,000 rupees, which equates to 200 British pounds, supports 120Hz refresh rate. In the iPhone world, you need to spend over 5 times to avail that functionality. It's insane even to comprehend this. However, always-on functionality is missing here, and it makes it weird on Android phones, as this is present on even the cheaper Android phones. Moving on, let's talk about power. You get the Snapdragon 694 processor paired with 8 gigs of RAM and 5G support. For day-to-day tasks, this mid-range Snapdragon processor is plenty. From my time of usage, I didn't experience any delays or lags or app crashes. Multitasking felt pretty smooth, and the phone had no problems holding the status of the apps in the background. Even with gaming, this is pretty decent. There is even a dedicated gaming mode which sets the phone to optimal gaming settings. Call of Duty Mobile played fine, everything was pretty smooth, and I did not notice any dropped frames. I even managed to win every time that I played. Pretty neat, huh? And the phone did not overheat as well. The processor kind of nicely balanced this. Now, OnePlus has got this virtual RAM mode where it virtually boosts the RAM by an extra 8 GB, making it a total of 16 gigs. It's a really clever concept which OnePlus adopts, and this makes things even smoother. Let's get into the camera next. So a whopping 108 million pixel main shooter, pictures are pretty decent. Here are a few taken in various lighting conditions. Due to that massive sensor, you also get 3 times lossless zoom, so even at 3x, the pictures are pretty decent. Video recording is decent, here's a sample, but it only caps out at 1080p up to 30 FPS. You get the standards like portrait mode, slow-mo, pano, etc. And the phone also has two 2 million pixel cameras. One is used for depth assist and other as a macro lens. Close-up macro shots are okay. And if you've seen macros from some high-end phones or the iPhone, then yeah, this is just okay. Still, it's fun to shoot macros with it. The front selfie camera is also alright. The color balance isn't that good, but if you primarily use the front camera for video calls, then this is totally fine. Let's do the battery next. The phone has a whopping 5000 mAh battery and you can get all day battery life even under heavy usage, and with moderate usage, I easily made up to a day and a half. And equally impressive is super walk charging. You can get a full charge in about 30 minutes and this is seriously impressive. OnePlus has packed in enough safety tech so it safely charges the battery even at higher speeds without degrading the overall battery life. And yes, you get the charger included in the box as well. Finally, the OS. This is OnePlus Oxygen 13.1 on top of Android 13. So not much bloatware here from OnePlus, and this feels quite simple and close to stock Android, which really is a good thing. Now, the things which you have to compromise. Again, I will be nitpicking here guys, as at that 20,000 Indian rupees price point, it's really not fair to complain. So always on is not there and you do miss out on the AMOLED screen. The front camera is okay at best and the telephoto lens is a measly 2 million pixels, so don't expect great performance out of it. You also miss out on the ultra wide angle camera and 4K recording. Also missing is wireless charging. But yeah, for 20,000 rupees, you do get a phone which looks and feels great, a massive 108 million pixels camera, a screen with 120Hz refresh rate and an insane battery life. It's really hard not to recommend this phone at such amazing price. This OnePlus Nord CE 3 Lite is a sure shot winner. So that's all for the video review guys. What are your thoughts about this? Do let me know in the comment section down below. And if you're enjoying my content, a like to this video would be immensely helpful, and please consider subscribing so I can keep making these videos for you. I do apologize about the background noise on this video. I'm traveling in India at the moment and it's really hard to find a quiet room where I can voice record decently. So I do apologize once again. And that's all for now. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.